Harvey, you're up on the,
All right, thank you.
on the firing line.
No, don't say that. I was hoping this would be different than my normal job, so no. What I have for you is, this is the essays in which we were submitted and those are organized by grade level. We have submissions from 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 8th for you to look at. The high school became difficult this particular year because they tested earliest of our 3 schools. So they were kind of in the midst of preparing for and having the high school students take the first West Virginia General Summative Assessment, which is what it's now called. So we don't have submissions from them. If 7th grade happens to turn up, then I will add those to that. But those are the ones that we got from the schools. What I'd like to see at this point is the teachers pulled out the ones they thought were worthy of being considered. If you all can make a selection of 1 per grade level, then we will work with those folks' parents, those children's parents on however you want to set up the county commissioner for a day type activity and have those kids come participate at a future meeting. My thoughts are if they can participate at one of these 9 o'clock meetings or what, even we can even have them, we can bus them over here. If their parents want to meet them over here and be a part of it, that's great. But all in all, I think for the first time we attempted this, it actually was a very big success. Teachers were on board with doing this activity. Actually, in most of our classes, what occurred was our social studies teacher did a lesson on county commission and local government, so that the kids had some background knowledge prior to going into working on their essays. So I think that worked out pretty well. The 8th graders actually have already submitted theirs to the official contest. So we do have 8th graders who are entered in the actual contest at the state level.
Okay.
But these are just also the ones for you all to consider and take a look at and give us feedback on who you think the winners are. If you want to select them like as a 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, then we will do something in the buildings recognizing them for their 1st, 2nd, or 3rd place. And then, of course, we'll do something with the winners. As you all still thinking about having them come to a meeting and participate, or?
Yes, I think that's a great idea. I guess my question would be the timing. When would you all think that this would be before the end of the school year, or that's rapid approach?
Well, actually, I think logistically, I think what would work best is we're finishing up testing at the elementary school on the 28th of May. So between the 28th of May and June 12th, those days there, testing is behind us. So we're actually working on doing more of just enrichment type activities with kids since the testing's over. So that would be actually an ideal time.
Okay.
If we could work, if the first meeting in June would work out, if it'd be a 9 o'clock meeting, that would actually be an activity, would be almost like a field trip for that group of kids.
Okay.
And the good thing is, I won't feel like we're taking them out of direct instruction. That's for standards-based testing purposes.
Okay. Does everybody agree with that?
Sounds good.
Yeah. Well, we'll proceed with that as far as the timing.
Okay.
We'll have to coordinate,
Sure.
obviously.
Sure. Do you want me to come back to the next? Is there another meeting in May?
Yes.
And then get the list of winners from you then, or how do you want to do that?
That be okay with the other 2 commissioners? Yeah. That's fine.
Okay. Any other questions for me?
Sounds good.
No, that sounds like I'm interested to read these. I know that I went out to the middle school and talked to the 5th and 6th graders, and I think there were some. I think it was just 5th and 6th graders, and there were some good questions, and they were very attentive. So hopefully this will spur some interest.
Sure. Well, I do think if we're able to do this kind of as a yearly project, which I kind of hope we can do something like that I do think the missing piece next year is to make sure that we might be able to get all of you to come out and speak to the grade levels. I mean, you don't all have to come, but if you could each do a grade level, that was the piece that even the teachers kept saying, well, if we could get the county commissioner to come talk for a few minutes to the kids, that would greatly help. So that would be something we could consider in the future.
Okay, I'm sure that won't be a problem.
Sorry, I didn't get to make it, I was out of town.
Yes, sir.
I was out of town whenever you wanted me to go speak to school.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no problem.
I got your message like a few days later.
Okay. Anything else?
I think some of the kids don't know what we do. I think we help the kids.
Yes.
To learn, and even some of the parents don't know what we do up here.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the objective, I think.
Sure. Well, I mean, it's no different than a lot of things that happen at the school level is, lack of information sometimes creates misconception.
Right.
And it's no one's doing it on purpose. It's just sometimes if there's blanks, folks will fill those in for themselves, and it's not really accurate sometimes. So the more we can educate folks on this type of activity as well as other stuff, the better off we are.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Jay.
you very much.
The winners with the County Commissioner Association already been selected, aren't they?
I'm not sure if they have or not. I think it was sometime in April, was it the 17th of April was the deadline for submissions, I believe?
And I think I read an email yesterday where they selected 3 and they were all 3 from Montague County.
I hadn't seen it.